We went to U-Haul, got a van, and we're going to pick up 2 go-karts. Let's do it. Woohoo! My mom's trying to figure out the mirror. Look at this, we're higher than everybody. I like this.
The wife must want them out.
Oh yeah, we got them. Let me show you guys what we got. Alright, we got one with a roll cage on it. And it was welded on, so we figured just get this van, it'll be easier. 2 brand new Hemi engines, and we got a box of stuff over there. Looks like they just need tires, to be honest. We'll look more when we get back, but that one has a live axle. It's gonna be nice little projects, guys. Alright, so I took a look at this go-kart, and looks like this is most definitely the wrong chain, because you can see how it's kind of broken on the middle parts, I guess. I don't know what they're called. So there doesn't seem to also be a master link, so we're gonna pull this tire off, or we're just gonna pull the engine so that we can get the chain off, and then do that. And then we'll figure out, that's a 40 chain, so we're gonna try a 420. If that doesn't work, then I want to also show you guys what came in this bin. First of all, I've been needing a brand new chain breaker, and we got one now. We got some extra WD-40. We got all the chains that you could possibly think of. We got 2 brand new 10-tooth clutches, it looks like. Throttle cable, new pull start. We got some other parts in here like Briggs & Stratton carburetor and all that stuff. An old 10-tooth clutch. We got a split rim, which looks really nice. It looks like Go Power Sports kind of stuff. Figure this stuff out. This looks like it takes a 35 chain, and this over here, I told you it's kind of messed up. Maybe it's the clutch. I'm not sure. We're gonna take this off and take a look at it. There's 13mm bolts. There's no way that shouldn't be that tight. This guy was like cranking down on him. Oh, that's as far as it can move back. What about forward? Alright, we're gonna have to take these bolts out. Move a little bit forward. Whoops. Cool. Now, let's inspect this clutch a little bit. This looks like a 12-tooth. I don't think this guy knew what he was doing. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. That's a 12-tooth. So, there's his problem right there. I hope this clutch is still in good shape. You can see how the chain is rubbing on it. I guess what we're going to do is put one of the 10-tooth ones on. Let's just put this new clutch on. And I remind you that he supplied us with this clutch. I'm not spending any money right now. This is all the stuff that he gave me. Even the chain breaker. This was included in the thing. It's brand new. Look at that tip. I had to grind mine down to make it work. Now we got a new one. That's awesome. So we're just gonna break one part of this. Just spin it around and break one of these little barrel things out. Alright, now this should come straight off, if it's a good chain. Yep, it is a good chain. Look at, but you can see how badly worn out it is. This is why you want to make sure your sprockets are lined up and they're the right tooth size. You can see how crappy this chain is now. So all that's bad. We can just put a new one on, and luckily I bought new 40 links, number 40. It says number 40 on the chain right there. I bought new ones from Amazon just like 2 days ago. Now, what we're gonna do first is to see if this chain fits on here pretty good. The chain itself fits on there really nice, so that's good. And what we're gonna have to do here is I'm gonna get some spacers. Alright, I got 4 spacers on there. We gotta tighten up this wheel a little bit as well. But let's get this chain on real quick. Awesome. It fits. So now we gotta put the link in. Alright, so luckily I found a 40 chain thing with the chain seat included. You know, I haven't had to include anything of mine yet, so that's nice. I accidentally bought, well, I didn't accidentally, but I bought a 420, not a 40 chain link thing. So I'm gonna get the 40s today anyways, so that doesn't happen again. Yeah, we're just gonna take that, pop that sucker off, and we're putting just this part between these guys, and then we're putting the spacer and the connector. We're putting the connector away from the way it's driving. Now it's on. You can see it's kind of wobbly though. So what we're gonna do is just move the engine up, just like that. You can see how it's tighter now. And we'll put the other bolts back in. Alright, so what I just did was on the throttle, it was kind of pushing in front of the arm here. So I re-zip tied it somewhere else. I fixed this because the guy who had it on had the tube up to here and the line way too far. So I fixed that. The line is right where it should be, and it pulls good, but it doesn't really return that good. So we're gonna have to add an extra spring somewhere. Got this bolt on. I impacted it, and the chain is pretty tight. It might be a little bit too tight, to be honest, but we'll fix it if we need to. It is a new chain, so it should stretch out a little bit. And then we're just gonna use 10W30 and oil the clutch a little bit right at the bolt. We're just gonna drip some down there, and then we're gonna start her up. Alright, so I just realized that there's no bolt for that one, and that's why the live axle in between was moving the sprocket so far out. Now I can't find the bolt that goes on there, and I tried getting one off the other ones, and that didn't work. So what we're gonna do is just see if the engine idles, and we're just gonna keep it up in case it does drive. Alright, let's start her up. Let's start her up and see what happens. Why is that? I shouldn't be moving the wheels, but see. This doesn't feel right. That piston is not happy in there. Alright guys, we got this go-kart kind of sitting out on the edge here. I started it up the other day, like maybe yesterday or the day before, and it only runs in start. And when we unscrew this, you can see that it's got orange fuel, and again it's tinted the inside of that screen in there orange. So my assumption is this guy couldn't figure out how to fix it, and he left it sit and the gas got bad. Because that's usually a symptom, it runs in start, but not in run. So we're gonna drain the fuel out, put it in that milk jug. And I also went ahead and got the live axle bolts that we need, one on that side, and there was one on that side already, so that the chain is all lined up. So all of this is pretty good now. We just have to drain the fuel, put new fuel in, and see if it works. Let's try the engine. I drained the bowl. I showed you the picture. Drain the fuel tank, put new fuel in it. Now we'll see if it starts up, or maybe it'll take off inside my shed. That's better, a lot better. Maybe the idle needs to go up. Let me see. We probably need to clean the jets, to be honest, or like the emulsion tube and the main jet. That's probably all we need to clean. But yeah, that shows us that it's a carb problem, so that's good. And the new fuel is doing good. So before I die from carbon monoxide poisoning, let's kind of, I might clean the jets. I'm gonna work on it a little bit, and tomorrow show you guys what's up. All right, we got 15 minutes and we have it. we have the go-kart in the front, and now let's take off. It works, so that means, let me turn this crap off. Alright, so it all works. It's not throwing the chain, it doesn't sound bad. So next step is to change the bald tires and put some oil in it, new oil, because I'm pretty sure there's some fuel in this oil. Hook up the kill switch, and we should be good to go. This go-kart's pretty fun. Let's see if we can make it a little faster. But yeah, I gotta go to school. See you guys later. Let's see what this oil looks like. You see those metal filings coming out? That's not good. He probably put the oil in it. This is why when I break engines in, I always change the oil after breaking it in, because you'll get metal filings in your oil and it will scrape up things inside the engine. And definitely don't want to keep the oil in from the first time you ran it. I'll show you what it looks like in a second. It's definitely got some shininess to it. That's a little more than what I'd like. Alright, so I showed you guys that this go-kart right here is done, part of this package, and then we have this one left. Now we're working on this one today. I gotta tell you a nice little story, okay? So I got this from the guy, obviously, and he said this one's never been ran, which doesn't make any sense because it has everything set up on it. The pull start's already messed with. So I was like, okay, that's a little iffy, but I don't really care because even if the engine was bad, we can just replace it. But I'm interested to see what will happen when we try to start this up, because as I showed you before, there was WD-40 in this thing, and I was like, okay, we got some nice WD-40, right? So let's open this gas tank up. And when someone's buying something new, they're probably gonna go in here, smell it, not look at it, which I didn't even look at it, I don't really care. But let's put our flash on. You see that? Right. Come on, focus. Right there, that's liquid. But it doesn't smell like gas. You know why? Because he put WD-40 in the gas tank. Making it not smell like gas. He didn't do too good of a job though, because there's still liquid in there. I don't really care. I'm just interested to see if this thing will blow up when we start it up, so let's do it. Let's put some oil in it, see if it leaks out anywhere. Just gonna put a little bit in, see if it comes out anywhere.
I mean, if it's knocking, it's going to send the friggin' rod through the side of the motor.
Yeah. Feels alright.
Let me feel it. Let me see what kind of compression it's got.
Feels like it has compression.
It's got decent compression. So, yeah. So it's not rings. It's probably, if it ran without oil, it's probably the bearing on the bottom. But you'll hear it immediately.
Yeah.
You'll hear it friggin' immediately.
Sound bad?
The chain's not on it, right?
Nope. It doesn't sound bad. So upon editing this video, it's 2024 and this video was filmed about 2 years ago. I didn't really film much of the second go-kart. I put a new seat on it. I did similar maintenance that I did to the first one that I filmed. And I ended up selling both go-karts for about $1,100. I spent probably $300 on buying them. So I had about $800 in hand profit after this, after repairs and everything. And I just wanted to show how easy it is for a 15, 16-year-old, even younger, to get started in this. And it's really good money, you have fun, and this really opens you up to, mechanics, small engines, and it gets you ready for cars. I am going to be posting more car content in the future, so stay tuned for that. And you can see the little progress that we're making. Started at lawnmowers, going up to mini bikes and go-karts, and soon we're going to be making a transition to cars. And this is all part of the plan. You don't have to work a job. You get to, as long as you have the space, you need some tools, some startup investment from lawnmowers, which is what I did. You can do this too. And I just want to show that how easy it is to make profit on this type of business.